how do I get started? What's the next thing that I do?
Yeah, let's walk through the step-by-step process. So really step one is scheduling that one-on-one consultation with any of us that are on the phone here. And we'll walk through if you have an eligible transaction. What that means is basically $1 million net proceeds, $1 million gain. So you can apply by going to capitalgainstaxsolutions.com for that one-on-one consultation. We'll break down what the deferred sales trust could be for you, given your unique fact pattern. As well, we'll start to explore what your main goals and objections are for your wealth plan, and even why you're exiting in the first place, and what you're hoping that the ideal outcome will be in the future. And so we'll spend about 30 minutes or so doing that. Step two would be diving in with the tax attorney and the law firm who created the structure. They provide the lifetime audit defense. This is still a no cost, no obligation consultation with us and with them, where we'll dive a little bit deeper and maybe even do a little bit more of an X-ray or an MRI of your actual sale, how you own the asset, LLC, S Corp, C Corp, partnership, how much debt versus the adjusted basis. It would be great for you to come to the table with, close to the adjusted basis and the debt, and of course the sales price. And with that, we can give you kind of a clear picture of using the DST versus not, which leads into step three, which is engagement agreements. If indeed you say, hey, this looks great, I'd like to have the option to use the deferred sales trust, you'd sign a conditional engagement agreement. And that gives us the opportunity to work with you and your counsel, your brokers, or whoever might be handling the sale, to then weave in the deferred sales trust as an option for you to use. As well, it gives us an opportunity to open up the bank accounts, the investment accounts, and get everything prepared and be ready for close. Now, you might be running, wow, that's a whole lot of work. Am I coming out of a lot of pocket? I don't know if my property is going to sell, or my business is going to sell. No, all of that's no cost, no obligation. We just get everything ready for you for any reason. If you didn't want to use the trust, or your deal just falls apart for some reason, you're not paying anything unless it closes and you use the trust. And then step four would be actually closing. Closing as a part of that as well. We would work with like Jake Carpenter, Jake Miller, to do like a financial plan and an allocation. And also with myself to look at some real estate investment opportunities to maybe diversify the overall portfolio. And then you get 24/7 access to the funds online. The funds fund the accounts, and now they're invested, and you schedule a payment back to you with us. Typically, a lot of our clients are taking, let's say, 5 to 6% payout, and the note might be 8 or 9%. Over a period of time. You might delay that for a little while. You might actually take that immediately in cash flow, and they'll get a 1099 for whatever you received. The tax attorney and us will work with your CPA to make sure everything's properly reported. But after all that setup, and that's a lot of work and some complexity for sure, but we'll walk with you every step of the way. After all that setup, it's pretty turnkey at that point. You report it on typically one page with your tax preparer. You get one 1099 every year, and you get a chance to review statements, review the tax returns for the DST, and you slowly pay tax as you receive payments.